global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news.
Hello beautiful people, welcome back to our channel. Some few hours ago, the SHD to the Rivers State Governor, I'm talking about Mr. Tammy Dagogo, had, out of excitement, spoke a lot during his Thanksgiving service, mentioning how he was so tense during the time and reign of Nyesom Wike, how Nyesom Wike literally pressured him to resign, despite the fact that he truly wanted to work with Fubara, and how he has been at peace now. His heart is at peace. Working with Fubara is great joy. Well, it didn't sit well with the pro-Wike group. It didn't sit well with Wike's camp, and they have decided to reply him. What a big one, I must say. But before we go into the newspaper, let's find out what it is. Kindly subscribe to our channel. Now, Dr. Roland Sekubo and his colleague, Dr. Chi Deloitte, have decided to respond over the, according to them, SSG's unguided and unwarranted statement. Dr. Roland Sekubo and Dr. Chi Deloitte, chairman of Akuku Toro and Omohia local government areas, respectively, before they were the former chairman, have criticized Rivers State Government Secretary Mr. Tammy Danagogo for his recent untruth statement in Abonema. They accused him of being ungrateful to Chief Barrister Nyesom Wike, who helped him rise to prominence. Dr. Sekubo, also Director General of Rivers Ijaw People's Congress, questioned Mr. Danagogo's claim that working with Governor Sim has cured his blood pressure, BP. He argued that if high blood pressure didn't prevent Mr. Danagogo from becoming minister or secretary to the state government, then it's not a credible excuse. Dr. Lloyds also chimed in, calling out Mr. Danagogo and Governor Sim Fubara for their fake stories and hypocrisies. He noted that the previous administration under Governor Nyesom Wike, the FCT minister, present FCT minister, had zero tolerance for inefficiency and negligence. Furthermore, the Emohia Council Sheriff, former Emohia Council Sheriff, criticized Governor Sim for prioritizing storytelling over governance. He challenged the governor to provide statistics to support his claim of providing hope for Rivers youth, citing the termination of employment at Ignatius Ajure University of Education and the 10,000 youth employment into Rivers State Civil Service Commission as contrary to the governor's claim. My colleague is in the house. I just knew that this boast that Danagogo said won't sit well with them. What's a take on the reaction by Chi Deloitte and, of course, his colleague over the claim made?
All right. Well, I think that everyone is entitled to his opinion. Most people castigated Dagogo over the statement he made, but I think as at that point he just had to open up, because apart from anything, whether we like it or yes, we know that working with someone like Wike puts you under intense pressure, because sometimes at a point he won't allow your brain to function well. This is just my speculation about the kind of person he is. He's demanding, and he's one person who wants to meet target by all means and puts everything around him under pressure, to meet that target. But there are other people who are very proficient and in their responsibility, and they know how to be empathic enough to carry people along and still deliver on the same thing. But Wike, being an aggressive person and also looking up to making all his team mates, that's people who are in his team, to work according to his pace, not according to their pace, is sure to put you under pressure. And based on the way we've seen him thus far behave outside, even from Rivers State, now he's in Abuja, we've already seen his impact. We've seen how the people are feeling, whether we like it or if you go there after he leaves, they will tell you that when they were working with him, they were under intense pressure. That's who he is. So someone coming out to open up on that was what happened, it shouldn't be something that should make them feel bad, because it is true that if you're working with that guy, you're under pressure. Fubara is on a calmer side, and so it's something that has been established long ago. So Dagogo coming out to tell us, he's telling Nigerians the truth.
Okay, one last question. Would you attribute these to temperamental differences, or would you just say it's a case of Wike trying to put undue pressure to people and making them look inefficient? Or do you also think that his leadership style, because that could also be seen as a leadership style, would you also think that that leadership style is wrong and it will not produce results, judging also the result Wike has produced both in Rivers as a former governor and in FCT as the present FCT minister?
Well, you know the leadership style of everyone differs. First of all, Wike is a man who wants you to do it his way, while there are other people that want you to do it. I want results. Anyhow you want to do it, it's none of my business, but I want results. I'm going to do my own part. You also do your own part. And also the way they will follow you up, they will make it so professional, such that you won't be too much pressure. Because it's one thing to say, I'm waiting for that report to get to me by 12 o'clock, and I trust that you can deliver. That's why you are there. People are waiting for it. I need that report. Thank you. Then another person who would tell you, say, is something wrong with your brain? If I don't see that report, I will scatter you. You know where you came from. Two different, the same, all of them are looking forward to an output, but their approach towards that output coming differs. So I think that is what had made a lot of people talk about that issue of, being under pressure when you're working with him. Now, apart from anything, because of his quest for success and his temperamental type, he's sure to put you under that level of intense pressure, such that you can go off board in terms of your health. And if you let him understand, sir, right now I'm not healthy enough to do this, you're not competent. That's the next thing that he will say. You're not competent. While the case of Fubara, I think Fubara is, at the other side, is more empathetic. His empathy is out of this world. He will tell you, give you time, say, we are delivering on this project by this time. And it follows. No, you won't be taken for granted. First of all, it depends on your approach. There are professional approach to so many things. Being forceful on people, sometimes you make them not think well. When you are too forceful on people, on the responsibility you have handed over to them, it makes them not think. They're now running according to you. Somehow you see the people will metamorphose to your kind. But when you leave the place, they now realize they can think better. Why? Because everything they did, they could take time and do it without struggle. You understand? So I think that temperamental type is there. Apart from temperamental type, also the fact that Wike is most success kind of person. He's somebody that looks at success as a must, and he doesn't mind pushing you to the wall until you give him that success. So two different persons there.
So you can't say it's really a bad thing, it's just his approach.
As much as it is his approach, but it's not professional enough. It's not global best practice when it comes to success. You understand?
Well, it's getting him the results, it's getting delivery. That's